So this is a big week. You've got 3 at Pittsburgh, off day Thursday, come home to take on the division-leading Chicago Cubs. And then 3 after that go to Kansas City, off day Thursday, and then a 3 spot against the Cubs at Wrigley. This is a huge stretch. This is where you can get some games back.
Yeah.
And especially thrive on some teams at the bottom of the division.
Yeah. Middle of the week, both weeks looks nice.
Looks nice. We hoped for this with the White Sox last week, but I don't think that happened. So you need to play up against the Pirates. You need to show them who's daddy.
Yeah.
And we are daddy.
And we miss Skeens.
We miss Skeens. That's right, because it goes Lodolo, Keller, Martinez, Falter, Singer, Heaney. The one that I can see where it's a chip in the armor is Heaney. I know that he's
been pretty good.
He's been pretty good, and lefty.
Yeah.
I don't know if we take that last one. I feel good about the other two. I don't know.
Yeah.
Lodolo.
Plus, at that point, that's the Wednesday game. They'll have played for 10 straight days.
Yeah.
So they might be tired, and there's a lefty on the mound. Who knows?
That's a toss-up.
But I also like Singer's chances of handling the Pirates' offense.
Yeah, because it's
So-
how do I put this delicately? It's ass. It's ass.
It is ass.
It's
How
so bad.
yeah,
it's
it's
so
ass.
bad. Yeah, it's terrible. So yeah, okay.
I mean, if you plate 3 runs in that game, I like your chances of winning.
Couldn't agree with you more. And with the way that they are heated up at the moment, and they can continue to keep it rolling, awesome. Do you also think that maybe that Thursday off day, if this offense is humming like it has been and it's stayed in, do you think the off day is kind of a little trap going in with the Cubs coming here? Could you see that being a little hicky uppa?
I think if this team is hitting, they're going to keep hitting.
Yeah. Okay.
I think the off day will be welcome again. They'll have played quite a stretch at that point.
Yeah.
And that off day we could see some activations from the IL.
Yeah.
And bring in some fresh guys. So I'm certainly not worried about the off day.
Yeah, Hunter Green.
Yeah.
Which that might
Maybe
be
no
that
elevate.
That
would
Friday.
be his first day eligible, right?
Right.
Or is it Friday?
I think Friday.
I think Friday.
Hold on. I can tell you that answer. I can give you.
But yeah, I mean, if he's apparently he has responded great to the treatment, and
Yeah.
they already moved up his MRI. So if he starts swinging the bat and getting into a couple games, he could be back by the end of the week.
10-day IL retroactive to the 5th, so he's already eligible.
Oh, so yeah, he's ready
eligible.
to go.
He's eligible. I could, if he's back this weekend, man, that's another big one.
Absolutely.
Who gets sent down? That's where it gets kind of tough, huh?
Yeah, that's a.
Hines, he's the last. I mean, I hate it.
Well, I mean, we're running 3 catchers as a luxury.
Yeah, I think you probably send down Wins.
Yeah,
look,
which is a shame.
It is a shame, but if you look at what he did this week,
But Nolve is way more versatile than Wins is.
yeah.
So
Wins had 2 ABs this week,
and that's
1 strikeout. Yeah, no, you're sending Wins down.
yeah.
Yep, because that backstop.
Which you hate.
You hate it.
I mean, he is. On another club, he's earned a roster spot, but just not on this one.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So then you send down Wins, and there you go. And then it's so Cubs, and then possibly Hunter Green Friday, Abbott Saturday, Lodolo Sunday. This is huge. This is huge.
yeah, it's the first truly big series of the year.
Yeah, and we need to treat it as such and go, all right, this is part of the playoffs. Here it is.
I mean, our stretch after this, brutal.
Yes, let's talk about
I
it.
mean, up until from now until the All-Star break, we're playing a lot of winning baseball clubs.
Yeah, that is why I was pretty worried about only being 500 with this stretch.
Yeah.
Because then you go to a Kansas City team that's hot. I think I talked about that. Then off day, and then Cubs, and then you go into June, and then you go from Chicago back home. You got 3 against the Brewers, who have not been great.
But always beat us no matter how good their team is.
I hate it. They just know something.
yeah,
They have some secret sauce It's like they took some Montgomery in and a couple things of graders and then some shredded cheddar, mixed it together and gave it to everybody. And they're like, oh, we could just destroy the Reds.
I think the secret sauce is a command plus pitching staff that they've been running out there for a decade now.
You shut your mouth. It's the sauce I made. It's the disgusting mixture I made up that they're feeding them.
We'll call it the Bill Hall sauce.
Yeah, the Eric Thames juice.
Yeah.
Thamerade. That's what they're on right now. Golly. And then you've got at home against the Diamondbacks.
Who can score 1 million runs.
Man. And it's the balls are it's gonna be hot.
Yeah.
And then you've got for this damn June. Then you go to Cleveland to win one game to bring home the ever so treasured Ohio Cup. Because we've been talking about it, how we've been missing the Ohio Cup and how big of a deal it is.
Yeah.
Then you got off day Thursday, and then you go to Detroit 13, 14, 15. That's no joke. Off day on the 16th. Then you are at home against the Twins, who are good. And then
On quite a roll right now.
quite a roll. The whole AL Central is like heated up together.
They won 10 straight games and they didn't even get out of fourth place.
No, because then the Royals won like 19 out of 23.
Yeah.
And then you got you're at St. Louis, which you have some good history there. And then, oh man, home against the Yankees for 3. Off day, home for 3 against the Padres, and then you end June at Boston.
Those are a lot of good ball clubs.
It's a lot of good ball clubs. Oh man.
I know it gets.
And then you go into July. You finish. You got two more at Boston off day. Then you go to Philadelphia, and then you have an excellent stretch going to the All-Star break, which is 4 at Miami, and then 4 at home against the Marlins, 3 at home against the Rockies. Hopefully you pad up, and then you go that Monday, home run derby, All-Star game break, and then you go to the Mets, then you go to the Nationals. Off day, home against Tampa, then 3 spot at home against the Dodgers,
And then the Braves.
and then the Braves.
It's a lot of
It's a lot of good
playoff
baseball.
teams.
Yeah.
A lot of first place in the division.
Hey, if you want to make the playoffs, you have to beat these teams.
I mean, if they get through 500 with that stretch,
Yeah.
set up well, I think, for a late season run. And if things start clicking and they can start handling these teams.
Yeah.
Like, if they play like they did this weekend, then they can beat any team.
They can beat, yes, I'm with you. They can beat any team.
Yeah, but we haven't seen this version of the Reds team much this year.
No.
Fits and starts. Like, it just.
Yeah.
So.
Starts and stops.
They just need consistency.
Yep, and that happens when you get some guys back that you need that have not been healthy.
Yeah.
Like Jamer Candelario.
Well, even when he was healthy.
Oh, you're right. That's why I made that face. So I'm just being an asshole.